My friends, welcome to this episode of the Outdoor Gear Review. I hope you all are doing well. Recently, it came to my attention that NatureHike, a company that's known for making outdoor gear, primarily tents, they now have a FireStarter that they just brought to the market. In this episode, we will test out these FireStarters. We will also put NatureHike's claims to the test to see how accurate they are. And plain and simple, we will see what these are all about. Everyone, let's get to it. In this box, we have 72 fire starters. Also inside of this box, we have a Ziploc bag that I have to admit is terrible. Not only does this have a hole in it, but at the same time, resealing this is a nightmare. It is really difficult. This is a very cheap bag. Ultimately, none of this matters. I'm just pointing it out. With these fire starters, this is what they look like. These are made from pine wood and wax. The company claims that these will burn up to 10 minutes. As far as the measurements go, 2.3 inches long and roughly 1 inch wide. The weight of each fire starter is less than 1 ounce. They are incredibly lightweight. The weight for the entire box is 2 pounds. As far as the claims that NatureHike makes, again, they say these will burn for up to 10 minutes. They also say they are odorless. They claim they are weatherproof, waterproof, windproof. They also claim that these are safe to cook with, non-toxic, in other words. Let's go ahead and let's do a quick burn test. Hopefully it's quick because I don't want to be out here all day with these, but I will for you. So I have my stopwatch here. Let's go ahead and light this up. And we're off. Lighting this was exceptionally easy. It took the flame and ran with it, and it's off to a really good start. I'm curious as to how easy it would be to ignite one of these with a ferro rod. Here in a minute, we'll try that. Obviously, you can use matches, a lighter, and so on. The flame output here is excellent. Without a doubt, you can use this to get a fire going, a campfire, maybe your grill, so on and so forth. There's very little smoke coming off of it, but the smoke that is coming off of it is black. I'm not sure if the camera picks that up or not. It's just a little bit of black smoke. As it stands right now, we just hit the 3-minute mark. The flame output is rather good still. Not as good as when it started, but that makes sense. As this continues to burn, it's burning the core, which isn't as exposed. At the same time, it's a whole lot tighter as far as the materials go. At 5 minutes, the flame output is very minimal. The flame is so small now, I can almost not even see it. But it is still going just barely. With that test there, it ran for roughly 7 minutes. I'm not 100% sure when the flame died out because it was so small, but right at 7 minutes. 7 minutes is close to 10. But still, 3 minutes of burn time, that's quite a bit. I'm not going to say that NatureHike did not get one of these to burn for 10 minutes. I'm not sure how they did. Maybe it was a little bit larger than the others. It is safe to assume that every single one of these will vary somewhat. So in real world situations, you can look at roughly 7 minutes of runtime, roughly 6 minutes with a good heat output. One claim made by this company is the fact that these are odorless. They are not odorless. Not now, not when you're burning them. You can certainly smell the pine. You can kind of smell the wax. Luckily, it's not a bad odor by any means, but they're not odorless. Next, everyone, the company claims that these are weatherproof. Let's see if that's true or not. Are they waterproof? Yes, they are. They are waterproof, but with them being wet, they certainly do not burn as good. So what about them being windproof? The answer is no. Wind resistant, but not windproof. Yes, they are waterproof pre-fire, but what about when they're lit? The answer is no. What about igniting them with a ferro rod? Is that possible? Okay, yeah. Without a doubt, they are. Ultimately, what I'm seeing from these fire starters, as far as their performance goes, is what I expected. And you may be wondering what I mean by that. Well, folks, this here is nothing new. It's not like NatureHike just invented this. This type of fire starter has been around for a long, long time. And in fact, you can find this from a million different companies. 1,000,001, I guess I should say, now that NatureHike offers them too. With that being said though, it does look like NatureHike has undercut the competition by a few dollars. The company offers these in a bundle of 72, whereas other companies offer them in a variety of different bundles. You can buy them in all sorts of different quantities: 36, 72, 110, 150, 216. It looks like the average going rate for 72 of these is $18. At the time of filming, NatureHike is charging only $7, but it looks like their full retail price is 14 bucks. A few more points that I should mention concerning these fire starters. If you want to pull these apart, you certainly can. So if you want to unravel this, you certainly can do so. You can even take your pocket knife and cut these in half if you don't need a full one to get your fire going. And that is something that you may want to do, considering just how large these are. Comparing these to a fire starter that I like to carry with me, you can see the size difference. I can carry a whole bunch of these for the same amount of space that just one of these takes up. And that's something that does need to be considered. The size is the Achilles heel to this fire starter. While it's not heavy, this will take up quite a bit of space inside of your fire kit. These are not going to replace the typical fire starter that I use, but I will use these in other ways, namely with car camping trips and whatnot. For backpacking purposes, at least in my fire kit, the plugs work better. I'm able to carry a ton of those. I can get a ton of fires going, and it takes up no space inside of my kit. Whereas, again, this will. Ultimately, these fire starters will do exactly what you would expect them to do. They will get your fire going. That could be a campfire, a fire in a stove, a barbecue grill, or so on and so forth. I mean, there's a million different possibilities that you could use these with, such as your fireplace at your house. They ignite super easy, they perform well, they're very lightweight, no offensive odor or anything like that. Are they toxic? I don't technically know, and that's not something that I can easily test out, so I'm assuming no, considering the materials, but you know how that goes. I will say this before wrapping up this episode: I do wish NatureHike had brought out something new and different. Again, these are a dime a dozen. There's 1,000,001 companies offering them. As long as these remain less expensive than the competition, it's a good thing. But still, I would like to have seen something new, something different. Again, these have been around for a long time, and it's nothing new. With that being said, folks, what do you all think about the NatureHike Fire Starter? Is this something that you're interested in? Comment down below. Share your thoughts. If you enjoyed this episode, please hit the thumbs up before you go. I do appreciate it. Everybody, take care, be well, strength and honor. Oh yeah, by the way, if there's a fire starter that you think I should check out, let me know. I do appreciate it. See you folks. Be safe out there.